Hey there, so sorry we haven't gotten back to you, man. I know we left you off with parts 1 and 2 of our mini-series, Love, Sex, Relationships. And we're almost finished that series at church. So what we're going to do today here is just jump in and give you a synopsis of parts 3 and 4. And we're going to tie them together so it won't be as deep as I'd like it to be. But hey, I think it'll still bless you. Quickly with parts 3 and 4, what we talked about was family relationships. We went from dating, marriage, and impacting kids and that kind of relationship. So what we're going to do here is we're going to tie it all together for you. Basically, here's what it looks like. Whatever relationship you have, if you're dating, if you want to date, if you're married, if you want to be married, if you have kids, you want to raise kids, whatever relationship you're involved in that sense, let me ask you a simple question. Are you becoming the type of person that you want is looking for? Catch that, right? Are you becoming the type of person that you want is looking for? So basically, if you're dating and you have all these requirements, she needs to be this size and this height with these eyes and this kind of hair, you know, this personality. If you want this kind of guy, tall, dark, and handsome, or whatever it is, are you becoming the type of person that when you find whoever you're looking for, when they find you, they go, wow, I have to have you in my life? Are you becoming that dynamic of an individual? And the reality of it is, if you aren't practicing love, like we talked about in parts 1 and 2, if you aren't showing love because it's an action, not really just a feeling, right? If you aren't doing that, then you're not becoming that type of person. You'll find that special someone, and they'll pass you right by because you're not their special someone. And when we talk about family relationships and dynamics of relationships in general, man, that's exactly what we're talking about. Are you becoming the type of individual that whoever you're seeking will be seeking? See, oftentimes we have this stance that, well, take me as I am and love me as I am, and if you don't like me, get away from me. And I get that. I'm not saying you need to change specifically for someone, but we don't do that with other people. We don't take other people with their flaws and their mess and their garbage. In fact, when they start giving us their garbage, it's high time to get out of town. We head for the hills. But we expect people to put up with our trash. Let me say this to you. How about we have the type of love that we love in spite of? So that way, as we demonstrate that to people, the people who want to give us that same love, they will. When we look biblically, we see that in Ephesians, Paul talks about husband, wives, and then children's. And chapter 5 of Ephesians 22 down to chapter 6, ending in verse 4. And what he does in that is describe what love is. And basically that love should honor one another, submit to one another, love one another, encourage one another, build each other up. Do you have that type of love? This encouraging, building kind of love? That no matter what, I'm going to stand by you and demonstrate for you, even when you're not loving, what love is. That's true love. That's real love, and that's even tough love. And oftentimes, we don't want to do that. We don't want to be a part of that love. Listen, I know it's challenging and it's trying because that's if you want to have relationships, whether it's a best friend, up until marriage, to kids, whatever it is. But the reality is, to have a successful relationship, a real loving relationship, that's exactly what you need to have. The type of love based off 1 Corinthians 13 that we talked about, patient, kind, not retaliating, the type of love that is willing to submit and honor to one another, but the type of love that will demonstrate and model from being impacted to impact somebody else. The problem is most of us haven't been impacted with that kind of love before. Listen, if you haven't been impacted with that kind of love before, then you are missing out on an experience God offers every single person in this world. You're missing out on a transformation that can really change your life. And if you have had that impacting love from God and you're not sharing with it others, you are having them miss out and you haven't been fully transformed by it. It's easy to do when you think about it. It's just hard to stay consistent with. It's easy to do for one day. It's easy to do with someone you love or someone who's done something for you. It's hard to do it consistently every day unless you make it an intentional thing. And I'm saying you can. Listen, basically that's what we did for parts 3 and 4, brief synopsis. Like I said, if you go to the Faith Baptist Fellowship Church, our Facebook page, or go to our website, faithbaptistfellowshipch.com, you will be able to hear these sermons in more detail. We thank you for tuning in once again, and we look forward to wrapping up this mini-series this week with part 5, talking about reconciliation. We'll throw the video up in a week or so, and then we'll be moving on back to Nehemiah. Hey, you guys have a blessed day. And thanks for tuning in.
I want to give you more. I want to share my life with you.